I'm Stacy Gordon. Welcome to That's My Jam. This is the time of year for cookouts, barbecues, and all sorts of wonderful summertime dishes. One of the premier dishes of summertime cookouts is potato salad. Now, I really did not set out to create a string of legacy videos, meaning recipes that were given to me by friends of mine who are no longer with us. But I'm realizing that a lot of the recipes that I use all the time and have used for years were shared with me by other people, and many of them aren't with us anymore. Today's recipe is no exception. Mary is a woman that was introduced to me by someone who knew what they were doing, probably around 1990. Mary and I were in a very similar point in our lives and we bonded instantly. I loved Mary's potato salad. She was kind enough to share it with me at one point in time, and today I'm going to share it with you. Let's get started. Mary's recipe calls for 5 pounds of red potatoes. Now, I don't even want to think about how long it would take me to eat 5 pounds of potato salad. So I'm going to alter this recipe just slightly, and I'm going to start out with 1 pound of petite red potatoes. I've washed up my potatoes and I'm leaving the skins on. I've started heating a pot of water. This Dutch oven is probably about half full. I'm going to put a good amount of salt in these potatoes. Now that we've got our potatoes going, I'm going to start boiling some water for an egg. You need enough water in your pan to cover up your egg, and I'm going to add plenty of salt. You never want to add an egg to cold water. We're not going to put our egg in until this water starts bubbling and we know it's really hot. Now, y'all already know that one of my favorite things about summer is a nice, sweet Vidalia onion. I'm not going to chop these quite as fine as I did with our coleslaw the other day, but I do want to get them chopped up nice and bite-sized. By the way, if you'd like to watch that coleslaw video, look up in the top right-hand side of this video. You'll see a link for it. If you tap on that, it won't take you away from this video, but it will put the video in a queue for you to watch next. Now we're going to need a big old bowl. I may have gotten slightly enthusiastic with how much onion I need for just 1 pound of potato salad. Probably just about 2/3 of that medium onion. I'll save these for my brats and hot dogs later on. Next, I'm going to use 1 stalk of celery. We're going to chop that up nice and fine. Even if you're making a large quantity of potato salad, I wouldn't go crazy with the celery. For a big quantity, maybe 2 stalks, 3 at the most. We're going to add that to our bowl with our onion. Next ingredient, some sweet pickles. For the big batch, you're going to want to use 3 full-size sweet pickles. All I could find at the store this week were the petites. So I've got 4 little tiny petites here, and I'm going to chop those up finely. And once again, we'll add that to our bowl with our onion and celery. Our water's bubbling now, so we're going to slowly lower our egg down into the water. My egg's been in the water for 7 or 8 minutes, so I'm going to remove that from the heat and go drain off this hot water and replace it with cold water. I'm even going to add a little bit of ice to that water. My potatoes are still firm. We don't want those to get mushy, but I am able to insert a fork in them now, so I'm going to remove those from the heat as well. Now I'm going to go drain these potatoes. I'm going to give my potatoes and my egg about 5 minutes or so to cool down. Now would be a great time to go down and hit the like button for me. And if you haven't already, I would really appreciate if you consider subscribing to my channel. While we're waiting on our potatoes and egg to cool down, let's go back to our big old bowl. We're going to need one nice big spoonful of mayonnaise, a little bit of sugar, and just a tad of our sweet pickle juice. I'm going to add a big shot of yellow mustard. And I believe I could use a little bit more mayonnaise. Remember, you can always add more, but you can't take it back. Now I'm going to want you to keep adding any of those ingredients we just put in until you've got this dressing mixture exactly the way you want it. You might want to add more pickle juice, more mayonnaise, more mustard, whatever it's going to take to get this to suit your taste. My ice is melted now, so I'm going to reach in here and grab this egg, and we're going to crack it and get this shell off. The perfect way to hard boil an egg. I don't like a lot of egg pieces in anything, so I'm going to mash this hard boiled egg up with a fork. That's going to go into my dressing mixture. Still stirring this up, still making sure it looks the way we want it. Nice and creamy, but not too much of any one thing. All right, y'all. Now we're going to start working on those potatoes. For the little tiny ones, I'm just going to quarter those. The larger the potato, the more cuts. But you don't want to cut these too tiny. You don't want them to get mushed up. You want them to retain some of their firmness. I like the red potato skin right in my potato salad. All right, we're going to use a big spoon now to start stirring all this up. If we need to add more mayonnaise, we can. If we need to add more mustard, more pickle juice, anything we want, we can add more. Obviously, you're going to have to give it a taste test to even know what it needs. I'm going to do one more tiny bit of mayo and a little bit of salt. I think we've got it. As you can see, I've still got mostly decent sized chunks of potatoes in here. If we overcook our potatoes, they're going to get mushy. If we dice them too small, they're going to get mushy. This is perfect. Most people like to serve this potato salad cold, so you can stick it in the fridge right now. I'm weird. I like mine served warm. We're going to go ahead and give this an official taste test. I'm loving the way that looks. Hard to tell after just one. Just the right amount of mayonnaise, sweetness, onion. The potatoes are perfect. Y'all, this potato salad is perfect. There's just nothing better to go with your brats, your hot dogs, your hamburgers, your grilled chicken, your chops. Nothing better than potato salad. And it really doesn't matter if you serve this warm or cold, whatever your preference. This is the potato salad recipe you've been looking for. This episode will air on Memorial Day, or what my family always called Decoration Day. Much respect and love for those who have died defending our country. I hope you've had a great long weekend. I hope you have a great week ahead. Don't forget to tune in on Thursday. In the meantime, turn off the TV, turn on some Aerosmith, and just keep jamming.